And a jolly good morning to a bright but a bit slightly overcast London Paddington station. I'm on my way to Warsaw today, just for a change. My usual method of getting to that part of Europe is probably from Luton Airport and probably on Wizz Air, as they run a very good service to a lot of destinations around that part of Europe. But as a result of COVID, getting British Airways vouchers and so on and so forth, today, me and my buddy here, we're off to see some bands play in Warsaw and a couple of places nearby for a couple of days, and we found ourselves here at Heathrow. So today's journey is from here, Paddington, via the Elizabeth line out to Terminal 5, where British Airways operate from, and hopefully a nice on-time smooth ride with BA to Warsaw, and then into the centre on our well, either the train or the 175 bus. That's would be my usual choices, but let's see how it all pans out today. Let's see what BA, Elizabeth line and the Warsaw public transport system have got in store for us today. Hope you enjoy the video. You've got a choice for Heathrow from here, either Heathrow Express, which is about 25 quid one way if you buy it at the ticket barrier, so to speak. You can get it cheaper if you book it in advance. Or the Elizabeth line, which is about half that price, but Elizabeth line does take a little bit longer. But I'm in no hurry today. Elizabeth line takes 35 minutes from here, and the Heathrow Express about 20. So it depends on how much of a hurry you are. I have to say, I came on the Hammersmith and City line, which takes you to what I would class as a remote Paddington station. So it's quite a walk from that one. The Circle line station would be a lot closer to interconnect with the Elizabeth line. Double check which terminal you're departing from at Heathrow. I'm Terminal 5, and that looks to be the next train actually. You can wait, I believe, up to about 30 minutes for one specifically for Terminal 5. Terminal 2 and 3, they all go there, and then the other go to Terminal 4 or Terminal 5. I believe it's 15-minute service, so every 15 minutes to those two terminals, every 30 to the others. Alright, unless I'm... Yes, there we go, they're correcting it now. It was saying the next train was Heathrow Terminal 5, when in fact it's a Maidenhead service, so there we go, they've now corrected it up there. Hopefully everyone that wanted Heathrow Terminal 5 has heard the announcement, because they only did that at the very last second. There's a lot of people with suitcases didn't get on, so that's probably a good thing for them. Got back to the next service is Heathrow Terminal 5 in 3 minutes time, so hopefully that'll be will be accurate. Really do need to make airport train information accurate, guys, if you're watching this at Elizabeth line. where the Elizabeth line turns away from the Great Western and heads off towards Heathrow. Hayes and Harlington was the last stop. That's on the main line, heading out towards Reading and Maidenhead and so on. On the way in now, next stop will be Terminals 2 and 3, followed by Terminal 5. Not the most picturesque routes you'll ever do, but I don't know, for me the Elizabeth line seems to be the better option. It's at a lower price, let's say, than Heathrow Express. It's pitched between London Underground, the Piccadilly line, and Heathrow Express. It's somewhere in between on the costs. I'd say it's the best option. The Piccadilly line can get horrendously busy, very crowded. This is in the middle of the day, so it's not particularly busy on here at the moment. And of course there are quite a few stations in central London where you can join the Elizabeth line right the way out to the east. The downside, of course, with Heathrow Expresses, the only place you can get on it is at Heathrow or at Paddington. So you invariably will have to jump onto another service to get to where you want to go, unless you happen to be going to Paddington. So for me, I think it's a good all-rounder. Interconnects at Farringdon with the Thameslink services and quite a few other useful places. So again, nice ride to Heathrow on here. Not very busy today, which is also a bonus. I don't expect it to be always like this. It does get very busy, especially first thing in the morning for the morning rush of flights out of London Heathrow. So we're there soon, and we're going to have a look and see how Heathrow's handling things today. Yeah, not too bad at all. That took around about 30 minutes, I guess, to Terminal 5. And middle of the day, fairly quiet, so nice. Yep, let's go and see what BA are going to get up to today. As is always here at Heathrow, nice and busy. But the signs are indicating that it's not going to be too busy through security, so I'm going to head that way. Shall put the phone away, of course, in there, as I don't want to upset anyone and get more of a security search than I actually need. As it means that, it says north and south security, three people. But what does that equate to? 3 minutes? 3 hours? And how many does that go up to, I wonder? 10? There's quite some space there to add some more little men on there. Anyway, let's go through. See how long all this takes. Well, that was absolutely superb. Well done, Heathrow. Well done, Heathrow Terminal 5. Through there in less than 10 minutes, and 5 minutes of that was me sorting out my liquids out of my bag and putting them back in again. So 5 minutes for actual security, I'd say, which of course leaves you longer to go and spend a insane amount of money at the Harry Potter shop, which is what greets you the moment you walk through into the departure lounge, or of course some traditional British things. What else can you say? Right, that's it. We're here with plenty of time, no hitches. The trains, the tubes, the Elizabeth line and security has all run lovely and smoothly. And when I have my last look, our flight is also on time. So time to grab a coffee, a little bite to eat, and I'll go for a mooch around Terminal 5 just to see what's going on here. Thing interesting I noticed as I've made my way having a little mooch around the airport. This has got to be the first airport I've been to where you don't get automatically sent through the duty-free shop after security. I mean, when you came out of security there, you're at a higher level upstairs from where I am now. There are shops up there, restaurants, cafes, all the usual kinds of bits and pieces, including the Harry Potter shop, of course, but not duty-free. It's in fact down here. You have to come down here, which that's interesting and better. I do rather feel sent through a shopping mall straight after security. But anyway, here we are. This is the area where most things happen while you're waiting for your flight, if you've not got a business lounge to go into or anything else. So I'll just have a little wander about down here now, just to see what's what with it all. Same old collection of shops from any shopping mall anywhere in the world. Above and beyond the usual array of high-end shops and duty-free offerings, of course we've got the good old W.H. Smith's that will sell its usual stuff, including meal deals, which if you're going on a short-haul flight that probably includes nothing much in the way of catering on board, you might want to just go in there and grab yourself a sandwich and a snack and a drink to take with you on board. That's what I tend to do at the airports for short-haul flights, so I'm not going to be fed on board, which will be the case today. Last time I went on British Airways European, I think I was given a drink and maybe a biscuit, but that was about it. So that was out to London City on City Fly, so it might be different on their main arm out of Heathrow, but we shall see. But I'm armed with a sandwich, a snack and a drink anyway, so I'm ready to go. There's boots as well, which is always quite useful, and a Wetherspoons. One can only assume that Wetherspoons prices in here are not quite the same as they would be on the average high street in Britain, but you never know. You never know. I'm not really got no idea about beer prices, to be fair, so I couldn't really say just looking at the signs here, but all in all, the prices don't look too bad. How that compares to your home Wetherspoons, where you come from, I really don't know, but it's certainly doing a roaring trade here today. Right, well, other than me just filming an array of people eating, drinking and buying stuff in shops, I'll wait till we get called for the flight and carry on from there. I'm going to find a nice quiet corner now, hopefully somewhere with a charging point, and listen to some music. I'll catch up with you shortly. Right, well that was a nice little sit down, watching the world go by, looking out the apron at the planes coming in and out. Quite civilised actually. It's busy in here, but I found a nice little quiet spot and somewhere to charge things up. And they've popped the gate up exactly at the time they said they were going to, 13:10 for a 1400 departure. So heading to gate A5, let's go and see how we get on. Back past Wetherspoons by the looks of it. Right, well, it's full flight today apparently, so some of the wheelie bags that would normally go in the hole in the cabin can't due to the space limitations. I was selected, as soon as I'm on the cheaper tickets and have very low priority with British Airways, to have my bag tagged, so I'll have to wait for that now in Warsaw. But that's not a big deal, not in any great hurry today. And just enjoying the day out here at Heathrow. Very nice. Just boarded or gone through my just waiting now because I was called through and we're going to board now. And as a result, I'm going to be first on the plane, and I'm not even in business class. Oh dear. More room than was there. A bit less actually. Well, here we are in Warsaw. I've got a terminal stand here, which is something you don't normally get with Wizz Air. As for seating, I did opt for the cheaper option. I was sat right at the back, seat B, never brilliant, but and legroom wasn't great either. I'd say it's pretty much on a par with Wizz Air, for example. What can I say? Nice ride, nice crew, very friendly, the usual British Airways fare really. Thank you to them. And right, let's get through immigration. I also got my wheelie bag taken off me at the gate because there were so many people on. So I've got to go and wait for that now at the carousel, which will possibly delay things slightly, depending on how quickly it gets through immigration. But yeah, not too bad all in all. And look forward to the return flight in a few days' time. Anyway, gonna complete formalities here, get the bus ticket, head on into town and grab something to eat as soon as possible. Well, it wasn't too bad at all. Fairly quick at immigration there, and about a 5-minute wait for the bags to come round. So all in all, pretty good. Just waiting for the 175 bus to take me into the centre of Warsaw now. Should take about half an hour or so with a 10-minute walk to accommodation. So with it, should be where I need to be within the hour, hopefully with the kettle on. So yeah, that's not been a bad journey. I'll finish that off just before I get to the accommodation. And put on anything that is of interest along the way. But it's a bus from an airport, so generally speaking, quite a few people, and that's it. The only thing you really need to remember is to get off at the right place. Also wasn't too bad. That was about a 5-minute wait for the bus, and as I say, it takes roughly about 30 minutes to get into the city centre, and then I've got a 10-minute walk to my accommodation from the bus stop. Google Maps is pretty good. It tells you when the bus is going to come, and as you can see today, it's not particularly busy, so all's good. Right, well, here we finally are, close to the old town of Warsaw. That was a fairly straightforward bus ride from the airport. Took about 30 minutes, and I've got about a 10-minute walk now to the accommodation. All in all today, not too bad at all. British Airways, the flight was on time. Seats a little bit cramped, but then again, sitting in row seat B, albeit the people on each side of me weren't particularly large, but you know, so it could have been worse. Leg room a bit lacking, but the seats are slightly more comfortable than you tend to get with, say, Ryanair or Wizz Air and EasyJet, those really thin seats. So what you lose in seat, you gain in leg room, I guess, which also, incidentally, makes it a little bit tighter for putting your hand luggage underneath the seat in front of you. It was a very packed out flight, but the crew were nice, and it was a good flight. Getting to Heathrow, getting through Heathrow, all no problem whatsoever. And here at the Poland end of things, again, no problems at all. So a pretty good trip. Thank you to all. who were involved with it today. Hope you enjoyed the video. I've got some more coming soon. Some strange random public transport rides around Poland. So for now, cheers, see you again, bye now.